This woman is so screwed. In The Caller, Mary is getting a divorce from her stalking and abusive husband, so she moves into a new place. Once there, she begins to get these mysterious phone calls from a woman who used to live in her apartment, but to her it's 1979. Set in Puerto Rico, this horror movie not only has Mary facing off with a psycho in her present, but a kill-crazy woman that's in her past. It's easy to see why Mary wants to get away from her husband. He is controlling and violent to boot. When she moves into this new apartment, she and her dog have some security, some privacy, and this really odd rotary phone. She picks it up one night to hear a woman named Rose looking for her husband. But to her, it's still the 70s. For some reason, they just keep talking, they start gabbing, and then one night Rose calls her to tell her she's killed her husband. Mary looks into it, and it looks like these phone calls have altered the present. With only a college professor / love interest to believe her, she now has to face off with a killer who's back in the past, but whose actions affect what's going on right now. Oh, and she also has to deal with her scumball husband. This film takes its time to get into the real main thrill of the story. Before Rose goes /happy in the past, we get to see Mary taking her life back, dealing with her stalker husband, and also beginning to open her heart. Now, I know some of you are going to ask, why does she keep answering the phone if bad things happen? Trust me, if she doesn't pick up that phone, there are consequences. Rachel Lefebvre does excellent scream queen work here because she gives us a woman who's already on the brink before the horror begins to happen. But when it happens, the way she screams and reacts just curdles our blood. Now, some of you may recognize her from the Twilight films, and that's kind of odd because her co-star here, the strappy Professor Love Interest, is played by Stephen Moyer of True Blood. These two vampires together do not suck. I am sorry. That was corny. I will not do vampire humor again. When The Caller started, I was leaning back in my chair, the brain was off, and I was having a good time. But by the climax of the film, I was balanced on the edge of my seat, covering my mouth, wondering how this one was going to end. This is one of those films that just gets vastly better as it goes. So when you're looking for that building horror experience and a new take on the unstoppable killer, see if Mary's past is going to lead her to the grave.